Hey Joey, just want to start off by saying thank you so much for sending in your VOD review. Quickly to introduce myself, my name is Coach Hydranova. I am a Grandmaster player from NA, and yeah, hopefully I can give you a bit of insight as to what you could have done better this game. I read the description that you had attached to this game. You said this is your second time using pro guides, and you lost this game. You're trying to hit platinum this season, trying to climb a little seriously. So yeah, I'll try and give you some insight as to what you could have done better this game, but also just general fundamentals that you can work on to help you with your climb to platinum. So yeah, let's get into the review here. Let me just open my pen real quick. Awesome.
Welcome to Summer's
Okay.
Rift.
Toggle vision to blue side. All right.
30 seconds until
So level one. I mean, I'm not sure if this is you're just like doing something, but just again, just try and be in lane, ready to react if enemy team invades. Also just standing here, you'll be able to get vision of any invades through the mid lane. All right, so lots of benefits to being again, if you're playing solo, you just want to get your head in the game from the first second. Also, generally, you want to stand here again, just so you can look for any invades, cheeky invades through the mid lane. Generally, people won't invade through mid. Usually, especially in the silo, people generally just go like this. But there are times where they'll go like this and then go like that. So you're generally the only person that can watch out for that. So just something to think about. Enemy jungler is Gwen, so not a lot of early jungle pressure. You do want to think about where the enemy Gwen is starting. Just pay attention to that. So generally the way you do that is just by looking at which lane leashed, and that will give you a good idea of where the enemy jungler started. So far nobody has actually shown yet. Okay, bot lane shows now and nasus shows now. So bot lane actually fake leashed. So in this situation, kind of hard to tell which lane leashed. But again, if I had to guess, because nasus showed a little bit later than the bot lane, and just because it's very uncharacteristic for a nasus to intentionally come to lane so late, it would only make sense if the Gwen started topside, which in this case she did. All right. Generally though, like people won't fake leash like this bot lane did. They'll just come to lane, and that'll be your indicator for where the enemy jungle started. Okay, and the reason this is important is because it's going to tell you where you're going to get ganked from. So generally, again, because it's Gwen, she's probably just going to look for a full clear into a gank. So most likely you'll end up getting ganked from the bot side. I mean, she can look for a gank after 3 camps because you're playing overextended, but yeah, generally, I think that's what you can expect. Okay. Be a little bit better with the CSing there, but that's okay. I think you could have just autoed her there. So right here, you probably want to drop a ward on the bot side now. It's 310. Again, most junglers will have all 6 of their camps done by around the 320 second mark, and then they'll be playing for the Scuttle Crab at around like 320 to 330. So that's the time where you're looking at to ward, because that's around when you're going to get ganked. So right now, I would just go into the river, probably drop a ward in this pixel bush. It's a good ward. It spots like all kind of entrances. Like right here at the edge, so you can even spot them coming from here, but generally they'll just gank like this. So I think you should just go and ward now. Unless you're looking to reset after this crash, in which case you can just not ward. So this is a mistake. You don't want to be here without a ward. I think you'd be better off if you just warded here. Like I like it's good. I like the fact that you're punishing her, but again, yeah. And then again, this ward kind of shows me that you're not really tracking the enemy jungler because she wouldn't be topside, right? Because we know that she started her. Well, we don't know, but again, just from deductive reasoning, we know that she most likely pathed down from she started red side because Nasus showed late, and so we know we're gonna get ganked through the bot side, right? So again, this ward is kind of just a waste, right? You'd be better off just putting it deeper into this river here, and also the ward doesn't only help you; it helps your team as well, right? If you have information of Gwen here, and Windows is able to play more aggressively. Your bot lane's alert now of a potential Gwen gank, and Warwick can counter invade or do whatever he wants, or confidently go for the scuttle crap, right? So I think tracking the enemy jungler and getting that vision is really important. All right, so just keep that in mind. It'll serve you really well as well in your climb to platinum.
First blood.
Okay, nice. You end up getting the first blood. A good little juke there. You get executed here, right? Yep, you get executed. Nice, cool. That was really worth. Again, though, just keep in mind, like that could have gone very south, right? Like when Gwen ganked. Like I'm not even sure why Gwen walked around. I think she could have just went from river. I think she gave you the benefit of the doubt. She thought that you had this warden. Obviously, you didn't. But again, if she had path better, or if both of them just had played it a little bit better, I think it could have resulted in you being the one that got first blood, right? So just again, keep in mind, vision's really important. Here, keep an eye on the dragon. It wouldn't even hurt, honestly, to just rotate to the dragon and help him out, just to make sure that you get it. I'm not sure if Gwen is even looking to contest, but if you have the prio, like why not, right? Especially because he's only level 4, so he's going to take it really slowly, so things can go awry. So just be mindful of it, and even if you don't rotate, as long as you're again keeping an eye on it and being prepared to rotate, then that's the most important thing. So Gwen doesn't contest, and he ends up getting the dragon. Gwen was farming, so that's fine. Nice, you hard shove the wave. You can probably get a plate here as well, and then look for a reset. How much gold are you sitting on? So you'll have about 700 after the plate here. I think you can probably get 2 actually. You can get 1 more after this one. Yeah. Yeah, you can get 1 more. Nice. And again, I can tell you're very lane dominant. You're laning really well. You're definitely doing a good job of using Akshan's range to your advantage. I would shove this wave and then just look to reset now because the call is going to be coming back and you want to just spend your gold. So this I don't necessarily like this. Like staying for an extra thing just because again now you haven't spent your gold. You're sitting on 1100 gold, right? I think you would have been better off just recalling after getting that second plate. Okay, you're roaming. I mean, this is fine. Okay, I mean it's a good roam. Yeah, like right now, I would just be looking to shove this wave out and reset. You don't want to stay in this lane against an Akali with ult ignite and who spent her gold, right? Like I think you're overstaying now. Yeah, I mean you just threw your entire lead. Like you were playing this game so well, right? Really good laning. You got turret plates. You went bot lane. You got kills. had a really big lead over Akali, but you just got really greedy. I think you disrespected Akali a lot here by not resetting with almost 2,000 gold and just standing in front of her face like this when she has ult up and ignite up, right? And she has both subs and ult, right? Level 6 Akali, a lot of kill pressure, right? So the fact that you decided to stay here with nearly 2,000 gold, I think is just really greedy. If you had just recalled, gotten your items, you would have been totally fine here. And then even now, like I mean, yeah, you don't have E, so you're not really escaping that. And yeah, so she kind of gets back an avenue back into the game now because of that mistake. You really have to be careful, especially when you have a shutdown like that, of not making such a critical mistake. So she doesn't have ult right now, so definitely look to abuse that. Keep an eye on Herald again. Make sure that. What was this ult? I'm just wondering. Is this? I don't know if this is a meta on Akshan to try and. I feel like this ult was a little unnecessary. Like, I think you could have gotten this play even without the ult, because you're not under threat of an all-in because she has no ultimate, right? So you would have been fine just hitting the tower. I don't think you needed to ult there. There's not really anything wrong here for. I like that you're looking for it, although I would just go back mid lane now. Also, you could have even taken the scuttle. Like, once you saw scuttle, I mean, you should have just taken it and then walked back. It's just free gold and free vision, right? So again, just really, really good. Remember, she has ult, so just be careful. Want to be respectful of that ult. And also, I think Hexdrinker wouldn't be a bit of MR here. It doesn't have to be Hexdrinker, but just because they have an AP mid jungle, I think a bit of MR wouldn't be a bad idea here. Nice. Like right here, if you had ultimate, this would have been another kill, right? Again, I think the ult was a little wasteful. So just something to keep in mind. Nice. All right, let's hard shove. I think we can probably afford to get another plate. He's dropping Herald. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's a little wasteful of him to drop Herald just for one plate, but I mean it's fine. Try to get the charge off if you can, but I don't think it's gonna go off. Ooh, okay, just reset. Dragon's up as well, so you want to just reset and help with Dragon. This is a mistake. You don't want to be pathing here when your team is doing an important objective. Like what is it? What is happening here that is making you want to rotate to top lane, right? This should be a sign that, hey, I need to walk here, right? This is an objective. There's nothing top lane, right? It's Mundo versus Nasus, it's 2 tanks. There's no Herald up, right? Nothing really to play for here, right? But there is an objective here, so you should be pathing towards Dragon, in my opinion. Because you see Akali rotated, and again, in hindsight, yeah, your team got the Dragon, but again, it can go wrong, right? Akali could have gotten there quicker, maybe the enemy team collapses, you never know. So it's just better safer than sorry to just rotate to the Dragon. All right? Really, really important win con objectives. Also, I'm not sure why you guys lane swapped. Like, did you type to him? Did you tell him that you wanted to lane swap? I think you would have been better served just staying mid lane and impacting the map because of how strong you are. Like, you're not really going to be able to do much against Nasus. He's just going to AFK farm. Yeah, but he's just feeding Akali. So yeah, just go back mid lane here. You should not be going top lane anymore. You're missing a big wave here as well. You shouldn't. Yeah, this is a big mistake. Like, what you're doing here, going top constantly, it's not good.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So I don't think you beat him in a fight either. He's just gonna wither you, and you're not gonna be able to move. So yeah, I would just ask for a swap back here.
Killing spree.
I mean, as long as you go back mid lane before the next objective spawns, it's okay. You need to cover mid lane here. Like here, you're overstaying. Like you need to rotate down to mid, right? This is you just lack of map awareness here by staying top lane when your mid lane tower is getting beat down, right? There's not really much for you to be doing here, right? Just go mid. Here, I think you were playing like I guess you're afraid of Akali, so that's fine. Akali's MIA. You should be careful. Okay, she's back mid. It's fine. You should be pathing down to Dragon here, right? Again, you want to impact the map here. You want to get objectives, right? You're not really accomplishing anything by being top lane, especially when two objectives are on the map. And again, this is another problem with swapping with your top laner and going top is you're not able to have as much influence, right, on the map. Like if you were mid lane, you could just roam down and kill the bot lane, right? You could kill the bot lane, take dragon, all of a sudden you're on soul point, right? You get the infernal soul. This game becomes really free, right? Becomes a lot easier. Your team's just going to do a ton of damage, right? Nice. Okay, I mean you get the shutdown, which is really big. I would just get this tower now and then rotate to Herald after. And again, ping assistance on this dragon. Let your team know that you want to this objective. See, not on nasus pings it here. I think your Warwick is griefing a little by not playing for that. Alright, so your Warwick's dead, so it's going to be a little hard to contest this objective. I would just get the Herald and then reset. I mean, your team is pinging the Herald and you're recalling. I really do think you should just be helping with Herald here.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Like, hopefully they're able to get it without you. But again, I think if you were just here, you could have just helped them here. You do a ton of damage. You do way more damage than both of these guys combined because you're a marksman. So it would have just been killed a lot faster. And again, in hindsight, you know, they're probably going to get it, but it doesn't change the fact that they could get collapsed on, and it just is a guaranteed play, right? And you're not really losing anything by helping them. Let's go bot lane. Someone needs to pick up this wave. I mean, top lane too. Like one of these two waves. Don't die here. Just be ready to collect this wave. It's a lot of golden XP. Like somebody should go here, somebody should go here, and somebody should stay mid. I think staying mid right now is fine, just to defend. But once you're dealt with these guys, you should just go to a side lane. Okay, so Warwick's on top. So once you get these kills, you should go bot lane. Okay, shove this wave and then probably go bot. I mean, you can rotate here and help them, it's fine. Jhin should probably go for this wave. Okay, nice. Enemy team is throwing their lead. It's good. Again, I'm not sure what Jhin is doing here. Seems like he's DC'd. I think you should be aware of this. This is a little greedy. Like, you should just grab the waves, right? Okay. And you're overstaying here. There's nothing here, right? There's no objectives. There's nothing to fight for. It's just unnecessary. I think that was a misplay. I'm not sure why you eat here. Why did you just not keep auto-attacking him? Because he wasn't in range of you here. Like, when you eat, you were standing here, he was over here, right? So, like, I think you don't need to eat right now. You just need to auto, right, and just kite him. If he walks forward, you walk back, right, and then auto, and then walk back, and auto, right? Your E should be like a last-ditch emergency kind of thing. You definitely shouldn't be using it so early, because then you just put him out of range, and he's able to escape, right? I mean, he walks back in ints, but... And then this E as well, I think, is also bad, because you just E in when you see Gwen, I believe. I'm pretty sure you E before you see Gwen, right? Not after? I could be wrong. Let me just take a look at that again. Okay. Okay, so we see Gwen, yeah. So we see Gwen before we click E, right? Yeah, so our E's up, right? We see her a decent bit before, and we just decide to E forward into melee range. Well, I mean, we cancel it, but again, like, we've used our gap closer, right? And we've closed the distance between us and Gwen, and she's able to just kill us here, right? And this is really bad, right? You just again, you gave a really big shutdown for no reason, right? No reason aside from greed. It's really similar to what happened mid lane early on in this game, where you overstayed with 2,000 gold, and you know, Akali was able to get that 300 gold shutdown, and get herself back into the game, right? So you really got to be a little mindful when you have a shutdown and not go for such greedy plays, and show the enemy a little bit more respect. Like, I understand you're fed, right? But being fed doesn't make you invincible, right? So I think that's something you got to kind of understand. And when you're ahead, you really can't afford to give shutdowns up, right? You like, shutdowns are really, again, it's frustrating because you're being punished for playing well, having a shutdown on you, but that's just the way the game is. And again, if you want to climb and you want to carry your games, you got to make sure that you're not giving your shutdown once you get a lead, okay? And you're making the right decisions after you've got a lead, right? Playing for objectives, playing smart, right? Not being overly aggressive, not dying, right? All these things are very important. So this time it's good. I like the fact that you're mid lane before the dragon spawns. You still have 44 seconds on the spawn, but I mean, you're pathing down to help Nasus, which I think is fine. Or excuse me, help Mundo, which I think is fine. Yep, just keep your distance, kite. I think we saw somebody here, right? Okay, we did. Okay, this is a mistake again. I think you're not respecting his weather enough. I think you're getting too close to him again. Like, I think any closer than this is a mistake. And then also, yeah, I mean, it's just, like, I think this is a critical mistake. I don't think you should have died there. I think you have to be a little bit more careful in where you're standing. You're playing an ADC essentially, right? So your positioning is very, very important. Okay, and again, you died right before a dragon, so it's not ideal. And another thing is, like, I'm not sure who ended up getting the 700 gold shutdown earlier on. So it was Gwen. It was Gwen that got the 1,000 gold shutdown, right? So again, when you give the enemy so much gold, right? Like 16 and 4, right? Part of her having 3 items is the 1,000 gold shutdown that she got from you, right? So we got to think about that. Again, I think here your positioning, again, could be a little bit better, right? There's no real reason to walk up on Gwen here, right? She's in her W, so you can't auto-attack her, right? So just wait out the W, let it expire, and then walk forward, right? Like, you standing here is not accomplishing anything right now because you can't hit her regardless. And you can't really walk into melee range or else you're going to put yourself in a really bad position because their entire team's there, right? So just wait it out. I know it's frustrating, but it's important to make sure your positioning is okay. Also, I would definitely look to invest in a bit of magic resist if you haven't already. Okay, so you have no magic mantle. Yeah, I would grab like a QSS even, because you can QSS a wither, and that'll be really helpful when you're fighting nasus. But you can get hex drinker too. It's not that bad. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, QSS is not a bad option. That. Okay. And when you're pushing, just keep an eye on Baron, because they could do it. Like if you feel like the enemy team is rotating there, just so this is good, right? You're pathing to mid. You see the enemy team is mid, so pathing here to help. That's fine. This positioning is. I mean, again, let your Mundo go in first, right? Like you should just drop a ward over the wall. Also, you should just like instead of getting this dagger here, just grab a pink ward instead. I think this 12% attack speed isn't going to be as valuable as just having a pink in your inventory for situations like this. Okay, so yeah, you walk up, you lose half your health bar immediately before the fight even starts. Right, so you're kind of pushed out of the fight already. Right, right here you should be autoing Nasus instead of channeling your ult. Your ult's not really going to do much because they're just going to body block it and split it up among themselves. Right, and now I mean the fight's over. Right, and like honestly, like even if you had played this fight well, I think this game is just hard to play now because of how fed they are. I think you just threw your lead a lot this game, and you made a really poor macro mistake by going top lane and swapping with the Mundo when what you should have done is stayed mid and impacted the map. Right, gotten the third dragon. Right, gotten the Herald. I mean, you guys did get the Herald, but like just getting objectives. Right, rotating bot lane, snowballing bot lane further. Right, um, and not letting Gwen get so fed, right? Like right now, Gwen is only 4-2, right? She's not that fed, right? But like right here, because you're a top lane, because you can't impact the map, all of a sudden Mundo's dying to Gwen, right? Or Akali, right? You can't really rotate bot lane and help your bot lane get more kills, right? And you're really doing nothing, right? Nasus is just absorbing so much pressure, and you're not able to carry, right? You can see a lot of the plays that have happened for the enemy team in this game have been through Gwen after you went top lane. Right here again, if you were mid lane, right, you could help Warwick here. You could have killed Gwen. Like look how close he comes to killing Gwen. Right, yeah, he's one auto off. Imagine if you weren't mid, and imagine if this useless Mundo stayed top lane, where him being useless wasn't as bad. But now you send him mid, which again, center of the map, has the most agency out of anywhere, and you ended up going top lane where you can't really do much, right? And again, Gwen picks up another kill, so she went from being 4-2 to being 7-2 after you went top lane, having a throw and goal shutdown, and being really strong, right? And Akali's also picking up kills, right? Let's move forward again, right? What happens? So I mean, this is good. I think this is a positive thing where you kill the nasus, but um, and you get the tower. But again, because of this, you lose the tower. You lose the dragon. Excuse me. And I think this losing this dragon, it's not the worst because you end up getting the tower and the herald, so you do get a pretty decent gold injection into
Red
your
team's
team.
turret has been destroyed.
But again, it's like it wouldn't have been bad either to just get the dragon soul. And then here, right? What happens here? Okay, so they end up fighting without us, right? And again, this is largely, I didn't touch on this earlier, but again, this is largely a result of it taking your team so long to get this herald, right? I mean, sure they didn't have to fight, but again, it's low elo, right? Your team is going to take bad fights, and so you can, if you were here, you help with the herald. Your team could have left a lot sooner, and even if a fight did break out, you would have been there to help, right? So again, this is a poor macro decision not helping with the herald after you got this tower. Okay, so again, this results in Gwen getting another 2 kills, right? We get a decent bit of kills here, right? But again, we go top lane and we just int, right? Give Gwen a big shutdown, and then here again, we end up dying before this with poor positioning, right? I think you're underestimating how strong Wither is. But like again, even if like from this point on, even if you played perfectly, I think the game is still going to be hard because of us just not like just going top lane and not exerting enough pressure. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully it gave you a bit of insight as to what you could have done better. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Pro Guides. I'd be more than happy to respond. And yeah, with that said, good luck in your games and take care.